Welcome, my dear students in Prep 1. Our session today is about the square root of a perfect square rational number. What do I mean by a perfect square rational number? It's a rational number. If you find a number multiply itself gives this number, so this is a perfect square. For example, 16 is a perfect square. Why? Because 4 times itself is 16, or 4 power 2 is 16. Also, 36 is a perfect square because 6 power 2 equals 36. Okay, what about the square root? The square root of any perfect square rational number a is a number whose square equals a. For example, 7 is the square root of 49 because 7 power 2 equals 49. Also, negative 7 is a square root of 49 because negative 7 power 2 equals 49. We said before that the even power, if the power is even, the result will be positive. We have a positive square root. This is the symbol of a positive square root. Also a negative square root and two square roots which are the positive and negative. For example, here positive and negative root a. Each of them is an additive inverse of the other. So if there is a question, the summation of the two square roots for any number equals, I'll say 0 because positive root a minus positive root a equals 0. Here I want root 16. It means what is the number which if you multiply it by itself gives 16? Of course 4. By the same way, negative root 9 will be negative 3. Positive or negative root 64 it will be positive or negative 8 because 8 times 8 equals 64. We have some notes here. The root of 0 is of course 0. Also, there is no square root for any negative number. If you have a negative number, you can't put it inside the square root. Root a power 2 is the absolute value of a. So root negative half power 2, don't write negative 1 over 2 or negative half. No, it's the absolute value of it. So 1 over 2. Here, for example, you have a power 2 times b power 2 all under this root. In this case, we have different bases. So I multiply a times b, and all power 2. So it will be the absolute value of ab. By the same way, if you have an even power and you have a square root, you will divide this even power by 2. So the square root of a power 6, b power 4, it means a power 3, b power 2, all power 2. So it will be the absolute value of a power 3, b power 2. Okay? But if you have an equation x power 2 equals a, in this case a should be greater than or equal 0. So I'll take the root, positive and negative root. So in this case I'll take the positive and negative root, so the solution set will consist of two numbers. Okay, here we want to solve some exercises. The first one, root 36 is 6. The next one, negative root 9, it will be negative 3. Positive or negative root 16 over 25. It means positive or negative root 16 over root 25. It will be positive or negative 4 over 5 because 4 times 4 16, 5 times 5 25. Here we have 0.25. 0.25 here it means 25 over 100. Root 100 is 10 and root 25 is 5. So we have 25 over, we have 5 over 10. 5 over 10 is 0.5. The next one, here we have negative, don't forget to put the negative sign, negative 3.6 over 10. 3.6 over 10 is the same as 36 over 100. Root 100 is 10. Root 36 is 6. So negative 6 over 10 or negative 0.6 or negative 3 over 5. The same. Here we have 2 and 1 over 4. This is a mixed number. Before you can take the square root, you will change this mixed number into improper fraction. I'll put 4 as it is, then 2 times 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So I have 9 over 4. The square root of 9 over 4 is 3 over 2. The next one, here we have square root of 25. We said before, if you have a simple to an even power, divide this power by 2. So it will be 5a power 2, b power 4. The next one, 36x power 6 over y power 2, it will be 6x power 3 over y. 0.64, it means 64 over 100. And we said before, root 100 is 10. So we have 8 over 10, which is 0.8. Let's take another exercise. Here we have the area of a square is 1.44 centimeters squared. Find its perimeter. Okay, let's remember the perimeter of the square is 4 times side length. But where is the side length? We don't have a side length, but we have an area of a square. The area of a square equals side length power 2. So if you will take the square root for both sides, you will get the side length. So side length will be square root of area. It will be square root of 144 over 100. 101.44, it means 144 over 100. As we said before, root 100 is 10. Now I want to calculate root 144 by factorization. I'll divide by a prime numbers each time. Divided 3 equals 48. Divided 3 again equals 16. Now let's divide by 2 equals 8. By 2 equals 4. And again divide by 2 equals 2. And finally divide by 2 equals 1. Okay. Now where is the square root of 144? I'll take only one from each repeated number. Each number which is repeated 2 times, I'll take only one. Here, for example, 3 is repeated 2 times, so I'll take 1, 3. Here, 2 repeated 2 times, so I'll take 2. 2 repeated 2 times, I'll take 2. Okay, now how can I calculate the square root of 144? I multiply 3 by 2 by 2. 3 by 4, which is 12. So the square root of 144 is 12. What about the square root of 144 over 100? We said the square root of 100 is 10. So 12 over 10, which is 1.2. So now the side length is 1.2. It's very easy to get the perimeter. Just multiply 1.2 by 4. So the perimeter will be 4.8 centimeter. Okay, as you can notice, the unit of area is centimeter squared. The unit of length or perimeter centimeter. Okay, I hope you have understand our session today. That's all about our session. Next session we will talk about solving equations in Q. Q is the rational number. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.